Alright, so what's going on, people? We back yet again with some more of this Warframe content. Now, considering that this game is seeing some more popularity, at least on my TikTok feed and whatnot, I'd figure I'd make a video of the top 3 things I wish I knew as a new Warframe player, aka a baby Tenno. Let's get on into it. Now, one of the main things I wish I knew as a baby Tenno was how to get prime Warframes. Now, as you can see here, let me show you a little bit of something. I got Core Prime equipped right now, but I got a metric F-ton of prime frames. I got Atlas, I got Banshee, I got Chroma, I got fucking Ember. Admire the cheek. I got Equinox. I don't have Excalibur Prime, unfortunately, that hurts my soul, but we got Frost, Gara, Garuda, Gauss, Grendel, Haro, Hydroid, Hildren, Inaros, Korra, Ivara, Lavos, Loki, Limbo, Mag, Mesa, Mirage, Necros, Nessa, Nidus, Nova, Nyx, Oberon, Octavia, Protea, Revenant, Rhino, Saren, Sevagoth, fire as hell by the way, Tatiana, Trinity, Valkyr. Admire the cheeks. Admire the cheeks. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, hold on. I'm messing up. Who else we got up in here? Vauban, Varuna. We actually gonna walk around to Varuna. Varuna, Volt, Wukong, Zaku, and Zephyr, right? Let's walk around as Varuna because she's the newest frames. Because as you see, I got a lot. Now there's a few ways to get these primes and whatnot, and I'm gonna show you the Warframe market as well as like one of the apps that I use for Warframe. This will just make your life entirely easier as a whole to like know how to navigate things of that sort. So for one, Void Relics, right? You can get these from doing a variety of missions. I know the defense mission on Saturn, Helene gives you a metric fuck ton of them. Basically like any defense mission, defense, mobile defense, I think, or I'm thinking excavation, one of the two. But I know defense gives you these shits like a lot. But say you're looking for a specific frame, right? So say that I'm looking for fucking Varuna, right? All you do is just type it in at the top right there where it says search, and it will tell you the specific relics that you need to get Varuna. So you need the blueprint itself, the neuroptics, the systems, and the chassis. So for this, if I needed the neuroptics, I gotta have this Meso D8 relic. Or if I need the prime blueprint, I need this Axie V14 relic. If I need the systems, you know, I need the Neo V11, or for the chassis, I need the Lith 9N19. Jesus. But that's how you would basically like look up what parts and what relics actually have the parts that you need. But you're also able to get these like through talking to one of the trade people at one of the relays. I can't think of it at the top of my head right now, but they also have like little void packs because like Prime Resurgence comes out, so you go to a specific planet, go there, and they usually have like a bundle of whatever Prime Warframes that are out right now. As well as you have what is called, you know what I'm saying, the Holy Grail, WarframeMarket.com. Now, I'm going to show y'all what this looks like. So this right here is Warframe Market. You feel what I'm saying? Now, I already have an account, but I didn't sign in because I'm just showing y'all what it looks like. So, for one, it's a great tool to have and to be, you know, locked in with, because if you go to this trade chat right here, right, people will scam the dog shit out of you. This chat right here is known for scamming, because if you look at some of these things that are here right now, and I'm pretty sure my camera is actually covering it. Let me go ahead and move for y'all. Yeah, this chat right here will scam the ever-loving shit out of you, because they will sell a lot of these prime Warframes, prime parts, prime weapons, prime anything, even some of these mods, at an exuberant price that's not going for actual market price. So, if I'm looking for like a Varuna, because Varuna's like the most popular frame right now because she's the newest frame, you might see it pop up and they're like, yeah, I'm willing to sell Varuna Prime for 300 plat. That's a lot of in-game currency. So you know what you could do? Go to WarframeMarket.com and you can literally look it up on your phone too, or your laptop. I'm pretty sure in the year 2026, most of us have a smartphone of some sort, a tablet, a laptop, some other thing. Fucking most of y'all got dual monitors now anyways. But if you're looking for like Varuna Prime set, right? you can see how much each Veruna Prime set has sold for and the people who have sold them. So you got 94.95 plat. That's like the cheapest that it's going for right now, because like I said, it is the newest frame out right now. So at most, some people are like paying this 100, the 100 and 110s. These right here, scammers, super scammers. And they're basically pricing themselves out. But this is, I'm not gonna get to like the whole market pricing themselves out thing. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you're looking for specific frame, prime, whatever, check on Warframe Market. Then you can go to that trade chat and basically put in willing to buy Veruna Prime 94 plat. You can even lowball it and go like 93, 92 plat, and people will still want to sell it to you because they're trying to make that plat. You feel what I'm saying? So you can do it that way. As well as, I have an application on my computer called Frame. It's spelled ALECA frame. You can literally find it on Google. And basically what this thing does, and another great and fantastic tool that I have for a game that I love, it has your entire inventory on the app itself. So we have all the frames that I have, and the frames that I do have are in the green or whatever. As well as, if you look right, well, I can't really show y'all for it, but if you look like at the Banshee or the Ember, you see a subsume. That means I had those frames, but I, sacrificed them in the Hemlith. That's a whole different video. We'll talk more about that later. So I can get their abilities to put on a different frame. But like, as you can see, it shows you all the frames that I have. All the frames. So, and you can also click that filter so it can show all your shit. Like, I play this game a lot. This is kind of like my no-life game, and I love it, and it's an abusive, wonderful, loving relationship that, whatever. But it also helps you like with your mastery stuff. So if you're trying to get your mastery rank up, it has a tool in here that will show you what weapons do what to basically get your mastery rank up the fastest. Because your mastery ranks, they get more Warframe slots, more weapon slots, more mod, all that good stuff. But staying on topic with how to get these prime frames and where to look to see type of stuff, if you download this on your computer or whatever, just download it real quick, because it has to do it because it's using old data. It will show you all of your relics that you do have and what is inside of them, and it'll also tell you which pieces you've gotten from these relics, which is helpful. That way you don't grab the same thing twice, because if you do, for instance, grab the same thing twice, you can sell it and get some plat. Great way to hustle. But as well as, say that you're looking for something, you can now go in through here and be like, okay, I need this, I need that, or I already have the Corinth Prime barrel, I already have the Bursting Prime blueprint, which, by the way, we're going to talk about incarnate weapons in a whole other video coming soon. But you can now look and like actually have a way of organizing and seeing it and not having to guess. It makes life easy. And there's a Warframe market tab to which you can see the orders that you've done, placed in, and all that good stuff. Like, I'm not signed into all this shit, but I can do that later. But you can go into your Warframe market, sign in, all that other good stuff, and then you can go to your willing to sell, willing to buy, all from here. And in game, people will message you, hey, I want to buy this, hey, I'm down to sell you this, so on and so forth. It is a literal add-on tool that just makes life easier and organization a hell of a lot simpler, because then you could have it on side on like one of your other monitors or whatever, while you're playing frame, while you're farming, while you're doing whatever. It just makes life easy. So these are like two things that I wish I knew, like as a baby Tenno, because I didn't know about the Warframe market. Some of those primes that I do have, I got scammed. I ain't gonna hold you, I did get scammed. I bought, I think I bought Frost Prime for like 180 plat. I think I bought Frost for like 180. You're welcome. So remember, relics, see what you want, and then just go from there. And then I'm pretty sure you can even look up what missions are dropping specific relics that you do need on the Warframe wiki, or literally just type in like on YouTube and whatnot, somebody will have it for you. Like I said, you can literally do defense missions for hours on end and you'll find a bunch of them, or you'll get a bunch of them like out of drops right now, especially like on Helene. They drop, I think a lot of them drop like Meso and Neo relics, because I mostly run Helene to like rank up my Warframe and weapons, stuff like that. But let's get on to number two. Number two, modding weapons and frames. So let's go ahead and go back real quick. So the mod system in this game can be very daunting, especially when you got things like all of these mods right here. Like, as you can see, I got 1,400 mods, 740 duplicates, and oh shit, I actually got a lot of ribbon mods. That's cool. I got 37 ribbon mods, right? Now, all these mods can do range from, you know, primary weapons, secondary, melee, main, Warframe ones, fucking augment mods that, you know, do specific bonuses to your Warframe's abilities, ribbon mods that go to weapons that give them crazy bonuses and stuff like that, all type of things. And this game is doing a little bit of a better job explaining it to you compared to when I first played this, like in 2014. It does a way better job at explaining, you know, how to mod and how they work. But the numbers might be a little bit confusing, right? So, Orders, I'm trying to teach the people, like, thank you. So if you look at something like this, right, we're going to start off frames and we're going to go to the weapons. So for certain frames, right, they'll either be very like health heavy, shield heavy, whatever. And you can usually tell based off like the baseline stats. So I'm just using config C because that's the only one I haven't touched yet. Also, a little sidebar, something that is a helpful tool that I'm gonna say right now. When you're first starting the mod and when you're first getting your mods, it is a-okay to press right on the analog stick where it says actions, or if you're on keyboard and mouse, go down here and press actions, because I like to play this game on controller. And you can click auto install, and it will just auto install your Warframe based on the mods that it thinks that work best for you right now. And it gives you very baseline, simple mods that make you survive, but it's not necessarily all the way flushed out for maybe how you want to play or for end-game content. But you're a baby 10-0 right now, so don't worry about end-game content. This is a great tool to use that we can get some mods on so you can run missions with your friends and get to it, and so you can get busy. All this other stuff right here, we're going to get to that in a later video, because right now you're a baby 10. You need to learn about mod. Because polarization, I'll explain this much to you. If you have Forma, which is this right here, you're able to basically change the polarity of a slot. So you see, for instance, this right here is called Bazarin. That's this mod type, right? If I equipped it right here, then basically that the cost of the mod will go down. So you see it's, you know, 15. If I put it anywhere else, it goes down to 8. And that capacity that I keep pointing like that with my finger, but in the capacity that you see right here doesn't take as much now. So that's why form is very important and why it helps and whatnot. But anyways, but you want to pay attention to, you know, what your mods do and what type of frame that you got. For instance, if I have Hildren, right? Where's Big Mama at? Where's she at? Hildren. Here we go. Here's Muscle Mama. So if I got Hildren, right? As you can see, she doesn't have any energy because her kit is based off of her shields. So I'm not going to equip any mods for real outside of this one, because that's for the gang, because I usually will run this when I play with the homies. But I'm not going to have any mods on here that have to do anything with energy, because energy is non-existent with Hildren, because she doesn't use her abilities based off energy. She uses based off shields. So most of my stuff, or most of my mods, are going to be shield based. You get what I'm saying? That's why you want to pay attention to this type of stuff, because she has high shields, low health, and her shields is what's used to cast her abilities, things of that sort. So staying on Hildren for a second, so her health, I'm just going to be a little bit lower. Her shield though, even on baseline, and this is like when you first get Hildren. So like when you first equip Hildren, no mods, no nothing. She has 370 health baseline, 1800 shields, 315 armor, 0 energy, because again, she doesn't use energy. Sprint speed, and she big. And everything else is 100, right? Like the duration. Y'all know what duration means. Efficiency. Efficiency basically means that you're able to cast the ability without using as much energy as before. You can literally read right here. Modifies the shield cost of a Warframe. The shield cost of Warframe ability. Shield cost cannot be reduced below 25% of its initial value. See, shit like that. So if I have efficiency like at 115 or whatever, it would take like 15% off of the value. So instead of me casting it at, what is that? Fucking 85% basically efficiency, or 85 cost for me to cast an ability. Whereas, you know, it's at 100% is going to use the full 100% of whatever that ability costs. And then range, y'all know what range means. And then strength, how hard that bitch hits. So for me, with this Hildren build, I have a long range. I want to actually tweak this one a little bit because I actually want higher strength, longer range, and efficiency. It is what it is. But you can see my mod setup is different based on how I want to play as Hildren. So high shield, armor, meh, health, and we only got that health because of the 61% health increase. But the duration, 179. The efficiency, 115, that's cool. And the range is 167. And I got all type of different mods. Now, so that's just understanding your Warframe mod abilities, as well as one thing that you can look at so you know exactly what type of frame that you're working with, which will also help you decide what mod you want to equip. And I swear I don't remember them having this when I first started playing this game. So any Warframe vets in the comment section, let me know if this has been a thing forever. But they actually separate your frames, or have a tab to separate your frames based off what they do. So we got damage frames. These are frames that are just, you know, BTA frames essentially. So you got your Baruch, throwing them hard bitches, Atlas Prime, throwing them hard bitches, Ash, a literal ninja, Chroma, a literal dragon, Sight, a whole sniper, and so on and so forth. These are the frames that do a high damage output, which is why most of Mommy Hildren is right here. We also got Lavos, a really fun frame. I'm not gonna hold you. I suggest y'all get Lavos because it's a lot of fun to play with, as well as Core. But I'll go down an entire. I'll have like a why I like this frame playlist at some point. We gonna get to that. But these are the frames that do like crazy damage. Like you bring them in there to put BTA belt to ass and just to eradicate shit. Then you got your crowd control. Now crowd control, Frost, my goat. That's my goat. You know what I'm saying? Frost Prime, great at CC because of his abilities. Now let me show you. So, let me back out real quick. There we go. So, Frost Prime's abilities. Now, CC is crowd control. Basically, I control a room and control the crowd. Self-explanatory, right? The abilities that Frost has is good at that, which is why he's in this. So, freeze, for instance. A frigid blast that freezes targets in their tracks. Now, I can cast this in an area, and if they walk through that area that's already like been hit by my one ability, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, that's how they're numbered, right? If I cast this bitch and they run through it, guess what? They get slowed effect. This right here is actually a Hydroid ability right here, but his 2 ability was basically I punch the ground and then ice spikes come from the ground or whatever, causing a slow effect and also killing enemies, so on and so forth. Snow Globe, this is his biggest, like his second biggest CC ability next to his 4, because I cast this and if they walk into it, they're frozen. And because I have augment mod, and we're gonna get into that a little bit too, yeah, you don't want to come in my globe, bro. So, and then his avalanche, I freeze enemy in their tracks and then shatter they bitch ass. Also, it gives me overguard too, based on how many enemies are around me. So if I cast it like there's like 30 enemies, I'm about to get crazy overguard and shit like that. And every frame has like passive abilities. So cold side effects, frost abilities last 100% longer. Frost gains 50 armor for every enemy afflicted with cold within affinity range. You feel me? CC Demon. So talking about the mods, right? So this tab right here, augment, you can get augment mods, and I'm going to show you where to get them. And, you know what I'm saying, all that good stuff, because I want y'all to have as much fun as possible with this game. I'm trying to keep this information as basic and simple as possible. That way, when y'all really want to do your own research and really dive deep, come back here and I got you, or go talk to people who've been playing this game for years ahead of me because they got more information than me. Now, augment mods. So I got 2 different augment mods or whatever on Frost. Icy Avalanche, right? Allies within affinity range are coated in ice that grants 60 overguard per enemy hit. Yeah. Overguard increases by 20% of your armor once per enemy. Yeah. Another one I got, Biting Frost. Frost gains plus 200% critical chance and plus 200% critical damage against frozen enemies. Basically, if you're frozen, you're fucking dead. There's no getting out of it. And then I got Viral Tempest. Why? Because I have Hydroid's ability. So I could actually use this right here. And Tempest Barrage, each projectile has 6% chance of inflicting a viral status effect. Again, that's your ass. And Chilling Globe, a globe augment. Each enemy or enemies that enter have a 50% chance to become frozen solid for 10 seconds, i.e., they're not fucking moving and they're dying. So those are augment mods that basically can go on your frame to enhance the abilities that your frame already has. Now, all these frames right here can survive the longest. Now, talking about augment mods, let me go ahead and show y'all a little bit, because I'm trying to give y'all enough information to at least start out with, i.e., all my baby Tennos. So the syndicates right here, right? Choose whatever syndicate that you want to go to. But what I would recommend is, before you make that choice, is figure out what characters, mods you want to get first. Because I go through and I get every mod, even for like characters like I don't use too often. It's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Plus, I could experiment with the frames more. So if I want Mesa, Steel Meridian, or Red Veil, Garuda, all these different like augment mods for these frames are available through these syndicates. Now, I'm going to make a video talking about syndicates specifically, but this is just where to get these mods, okay? Just stay there. Just stay there with me, all right? Now, one thing that I want to stress a lot with y'all when it comes to modding and stuff like that is that Warframe is a game that gives you the ability to have full control over what type of build that you want. Do you want a glass cannon frame? Make that. If you want a whole damn tank who throws peas at people, you can do that. If you want to be a nuke machine, if you want to step in a room and everything just die, you can do that. But I would implore you to experiment and try different frames and different mods that work for you. That way you don't run into the stagnant feeling of, well, every frame can do the same thing that the other one can. It's just in a different color and a different looking frame. Don't do that to yourself. You can look at builds as a guideline to see what somebody else runs. Oh, let me try that. And then try your own shit, or try freaking a little bit. That way it works out to how you want it. I mean, hell, they give you 3 different mod slots per frame, weapon, and everything. So if you want to have the go-to one for, you know, survival missions or whatever, that could be your config seat that you could also rename to. That way, you know, rename configs. But if you want, you know, one that just goes in and just nuke shit, go ahead and do that. If you want something stealthy, anything, just try new shit. Now, for weapons, right? The biggest thing, or one of the biggest things that I've learned from this game, is damage ain't the same compared to crit damage or crit chance. Now, crit chance is basically the chance to get a critical shot, right? So, reading right here, chance at any given hit will do bonus critical damage. Values over 100% have a chance to become big critical hits, which is the orange, and over 200% have a chance to become red crits, the super red critical hits, i.e. red crits. Now, you want to pay attention to this right here, because if you have anything, at least to me, that's like in the 30s and some odd range, have a blast, you know, figuring that shit out. If you can, a little baseline thing that you, at least I would implore you to do, is have at least a mod or two that gives you a higher crit chance, because the higher the crit chance, when you shoot somebody, the more damage you're going to do to them over time. And it's going to basically be one of those things where you're like, oh, I like this mod, let me equip some other shit to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a snowball effect. No pun intended, because I got Frost Prime there. But for a shotgun that I got, which is a Kodo weapon, again, a whole different video, I got Incendiary Coat, Chilling Grasp, Tactical Pump, Galvanized Hell. This is a Riven mod, like I was telling y'all about before. This right here is a damn Exilus mod or whatever, a Prime mod, Prime Ravage, and so on and so forth. Now, status effects. Everything in this game can basically do status effect, whether it be puncture, slash, impact, heat, radiation, so on and so forth. For certain weapons, it will come with an automatic, you know, like bonus, like an automatic status. So this one has electricity. Also, because I have heat and cold, it does blast. Now, if you combine two elements, it'll make a different one, i.e. like radiation, virus, so on and so forth. I also have radiation because I have, where is it? I have incendiary coat, and this gun already has electricity. So it does two different forms, or I guess three different forms of status damage. And status chance is another thing in this game that we have a chance of doing your status effect. And certain statuses do better against certain enemy, armor types, that whole thing. It's again, I gotta break that down too. Stay with me now. Stay with me now. And I know it sounds like a lot, but I promise you, this is why I implore you to experiment. And like I said, use this right here, this action, and auto install. And then just read about what each mod does. Get some of your own mods by running all types of missions, because almost every mission type in this game will give you some mods. And then have at it. And then just have at it. And then you'll have a lot more fun. Because you might see this, hey, I don't really like that, that setup right there, or whatever. Let me take off, tactical pump, because this just boosts my reload speed. And then let me put on a nano applicator. And this right here on ability cast, so I cast an ability, 90% status chance when aiming for 9 seconds. So I'm just aiming with my shotgun and getting a higher status chance, which is in turn doing more damage. You get what I'm saying? So when it comes to modding, just experiment. Just try some shit. You could always look up on YouTube and Google about what mods work best for so on and so forth, or, a guide onto how to mod specific character or weapons. Go ahead and go for it. But like I said, I would implore you to try other things out, because you will eventually get bored if every frame and every weapon can do the same shit as every other weapon in every frame. You get me? Have fun. Let's get on to the third one. Fucking Prime mods. Now, going back here. Prime mods. I didn't know anything about Prime mods. Like, I would see it on certain videos that I watched certain content. Had no idea what the fuck was going on with those. And we'll talk about Archon mods and the Galvanized mods in another video, because I gotta have specific videos for specific type of things. Right here, Prime continuity, right? Had no idea how to get this, because I had continuity, did not know there was a Prime version, again, until I started playing this game more and seeing videos, so on and so forth. The way that you get Prime mods is through one of two ways. You can either, one, Warframe market, willing to buy, prime this, 10 plat, 20 plat, whatever. Currently, I don't even know how much this is going for right now. Let me see. Let me see, like, Prime fucking Flow, for instance. Yeah, Prime Flow. It's a mod that I actually do have, or whatever. It increases your power, I think. For right now, it's going for about 20 to 25 plat. So you could do it that way. You could just outright look it up and then go and trade chat willing to buy for 20 plat or whatever. But if you want to do it yourself, you can go and find this man named Barketeer. He pops up every 2 weeks during the weekend. I think he starts out like on Friday, and then he's there until like Monday or something like that. And he'll bring in Prime mods. Now, they're not always the same mods. They're going to be different. So 1 week it might be Prime continuity, Prime redirection, and a Prime shotgun mod. Or it might be two weapon mods and then one frame mod. It's going to be different. He also has rare mods and things like that as well with them. And you buy these things with ducats. Now, if you're asking, hey, well, what's a ducat, brother? What you mean? What's a ducat? Well, let me show you a little bit, because a ducat essentially is something that you can get based off of prime parts. So say that you're farming for hours on end. You're farming for hours and hours and hours on, defense missions. You're cracking all type of relics. And remember how I said you're going to get duplicate relics and shit like that? Well, you're going to go to a kiosk and you can basically sell those pieces and those parts for ducats. Now, let me show you what that's going to look like. So when you first walk into a relay or whatever, right? And almost all relays do not look the same, but all relays for the most part do have the same shit. So you're going to walk up right here. So you see that little icon right there? This joint, look for this right here, as well as it tells you when the trader is going to be back. So it tells you when Barketeer is going to be back in 10 days, 9 hours, 4 minutes, and seconds and counting. So literally next week is when he's going to pop back up. So what you're going to do is you're going to press X right here, and you see all these, they all have a set value for how much ducats you can get for them. So as you can see, I got like 210. That's about it. I'm not gonna lie, I have like half of mine to either sell all of this shit that I got like in here, except like my prime frame shit that I'm trying to get, and then just, you know, re-grinding it out, thugging it out that way. I'm considering it. I don't know. But you will basically come in here, whatever prime parts you don't want, don't need, don't even think about, go in here, click that, sell items, and you'll get ducats back for them. Now, for the most part, most of the prime mods, if I remember correctly, go from anywhere between like 325 to like, I think it's like 400 ducats, I think, somewhere in there. I can't remember off the top of my head exactly. But that's the second way to get those prime mods. And now the prime mods obviously do better things than the regular mods. So I show you prime continuity, for instance, right? 55% ability duration. If I go to this continuity, the most that I can get is 30. If I upgrade it, the best I can get, and we're gonna talk about upgrading mods in a later video. Like I said, I'm just trying to give y'all shit that I wish I knew when I was playing this game as a baby 10 up. But 30%, 55% is really a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? It's really a no-brainer. So prime mods are basically better versions of certain mods within the game. I mean, prime redirection gives me fucking 180% shield capacity. The regular redirection, which is one of the earliest mods that you will get in this game, I think it does like 100. So I get another 80% off of that being just prime. So that's kind of the things that I wish I knew. Now, if there's any veteran Warframe players in my chat, make sure that you leave some tips and things like that for some of these baby 10 out here in these streets, because it's rough out here. As well as if y'all have any other questions or things like that, I plan on making more videos about helping y'all out playing this game, because this game is a lot up front, but if you take it in pieces and then just play the way that you want to play and play how you like, you'll enjoy this game a hell of a lot more. Y'all have a good one. It's your boy Woozle, and I'm out. Peace.